Imagination is more important than knowledge. Life is like riding a bicycle. To keep your balance, you must keep moving. Two things are infinite, the universe and human stupidity, and I'm not sure about the universe. The only source of knowledge is experience. Strive not to be a success, but rather to be of value. Anyone who has never made a mistake has never tried anything new. The difference between stupidity and genius is that genius has its limits. Logic will get you from A to B, imagination will take you everywhere. Education is what remains after one has forgotten what one has learned in school. If you can't explain it simply, you don't understand it well enough. Learn from yesterday, live for today, hope for tomorrow. The important thing is not to stop questioning. The only thing that interferes with my learning is my education. The measure of intelligence is the ability to change. The true sign of intelligence is not knowledge but imagination. We cannot solve our problems with the same thinking we used when we created them. It's not that I'm so smart, it's just that I stay with problems longer. Everything should be made as simple as possible, but not simpler. Look deep into nature, and then you will understand everything better. I have no special talent. I am only passionately curious. The most incomprehensible thing about the world is that it is comprehensible. The important thing is not to stop questioning. Curiosity has its own reason for existence. Life is a preparation for the future, and the best preparation for the future is to live as if there were none. A person who never made a mistake never tried anything new. Peace cannot be kept by force, it can only be achieved by understanding. In the middle of difficulty lies opportunity. The only real valuable thing is intuition. The world is a dangerous place to live, not because of the people who are evil, but because of the people who don't do anything about it. The important achievement of Einstein was not the theory of relativity itself, but the new way of looking at things it suggested. We should take care not to make the intellect our God. It has, of course, powerful muscles but no personality. Intellectuals solve problems, geniuses prevent them. I never think of the future. It comes soon enough. It is the supreme art of the teacher to awaken joy in creative expression and knowledge. The value of a man should be seen in what he gives and not in what he is able to receive. The world as we have created it is a process of our thinking. It cannot be changed without changing our thinking. It is not that I'm so smart, but I stay with the questions much longer. The pursuit of truth and beauty is a sphere of activity in which we are permitted to remain children all our lives. I never made one of my discoveries through the process of rational thinking. Great spirits have always encountered violent opposition from mediocre minds. Weakness of attitude becomes weakness of character. The most beautiful thing we can experience is the mysterious. It is the source of all true art and science. Do not worry about your difficulties in mathematics. I can assure you mine are still greater. Few are those who see with their own eyes and feel with their own hearts. I believe that a simple and unassuming manner of life is best for everyone, best both for the body and the mind. The only way to escape the corruptible effect of praise is to go on working. The intuitive mind is a sacred gift, and the rational mind is a faithful servant. We have created a society that honors the servant and has forgotten the gift. Education is not the learning of facts, but the training of the mind to think. The monotony and solitude of a quiet life stimulate the creative mind. When you are courting a nice girl, an hour seems like a second. When you sit on a red-hot cinder, a second seems like an hour. That's relativity. I speak to everyone in the same way, whether he is the garbage man or the president of the university. To raise new questions, new possibilities, to regard old problems from a new angle requires creative imagination and marks real advance in science. The only thing you absolutely have to know is the location of the library. I do not know with what weapons World War III will be fought, but World War IV will be fought with sticks and stones. You have to learn the rules of the game. And then you have to play better than anyone else. Nationalism is an infantile disease. It is the measles of mankind. I never failed in mathematics. Before I was 15, I had mastered differential and integral calculus. If I had an hour to solve a problem, I'd spend 55 minutes thinking about the problem and 5 minutes thinking about solutions. The secret to creativity is knowing how to hide your sources. I believe in one thing, that only a life lived for others is a life worth living. The only real mistake is the one from which we learn nothing. The human mind is not capable of grasping the universe. We are like a little child entering a huge library. Pure mathematics is, in its way, the poetry of logical ideas. I never worry about the future. It comes soon enough. I am enough of an artist to draw freely upon my imagination. Imagination is more important than knowledge. Knowledge is limited. Imagination encircles the world. The hardest thing in the world to understand is the income tax. The eternal mystery of the world is its comprehensibility. Not everything that can be counted counts, and not everything that counts can be counted. We act as though comfort and luxury were the chief requirements of life, when all that we need to make us really happy is something to be enthusiastic about. The only reason for time is so that everything doesn't happen at once. Do not grow old, no matter how long you live. Never cease to stand like curious children before the great mystery into which we are born. The monotony and solitude of a quiet life stimulates the creative mind. The important thing is to not stop questioning. Curiosity has its own reason for existing. A table, a chair, a bowl of fruit, and a violin, what else does a man need to be happy? The world is a dangerous place to live, not because of the people who are evil, but because of the people who don't do anything about it. To keep your balance, you must keep moving. I know not with what weapons World War III will be fought, but World War IV will be fought with sticks and stones. Common sense is the collection of prejudices acquired by age 18. The difference between genius and stupidity is that genius has its limits. The important thing is not to stop questioning. Curiosity has its own reason for existing.